This episode is brought to you by our friends at Milwaukee Tools. Outdoor power equipment gives you the power to clear, cut, and maintain the outdoors without the petrol headaches. No pull starts, no engine maintenance, no mixing petrol and oil. Book a test drive now at milwaukeetools.com.au. Milwaukee, nothing but heavy duty. This episode is also brought to you by our friends at Rix. Rix is an Australian lifestyle brand founded with a mission to transform the eyewear industry by creating carefully crafted eyewear that inspires confidence. Everybody should be able to enjoy a touch of luxury and the confidence it brings. See the world differently today. Head online now at rixeyewear.com.au and check it out. Righto, let's get into the show.
Oh, Tommy talks with Tommy Mitchell. And then the second time, which we love. I love blokes coming back on the potty. Mate, big couple of months for you. The sexy stuff everyone out there wants to talk about is the big move from the Hawks to the Pies. We're going to get to that. But, mate, what's been killing me, I've talked about getting toey. It makes me sick being in Melbourne when it's pissing down rain and I see all you boys living it up, especially you and Cripper, courtside or wherever you are. Josh Giddey's driving you around in their Ferraris and Lambos or whatever, mate. Give us an update on your trip, your off-season so far.
Yeah, look, it'd be fair to say I've really treated myself this off-season. Started off with a trip to Europe, so I guess that was an unofficial footy trip with the Hawthorn boys. So there was about 11 of us that went to Greece, Mykonos, great part of the world if you haven't been. So we started there, did a trip around Europe, went to some EPL, which was probably the best sporting event I've seen live, I think. Like the crowd over there is electric. So 100% we'll be doing that again one day. Then, came back for all the festivities around grand final time when you're normally flourishing around Melbourne and doing all your best work. And then off to America for some more sport and more of a, I guess, performance sort of training, PD form of trip. So, back in Melbourne now, mate. I had to race back to get it on this pod. So,
oh, mate, we love that. And, mate, honestly, Europe, grand final week, obviously Brownlow medalists, they clean up that week, right? We know that everyone sits you down, sign some autographs, and then you're going back to the States for a PD trip, which looked more than PD. It looked incredible. Let's just go to Europe. So, Mykonos, you're carrying on the unofficial footy trips, mate. Let's just talk about them. It's a joke how they go. You can't have a footy trip anymore but the boys just marry up sometimes, or you have your solid group of 10 blokes.
Yeah, well, I think over the last couple of years, no one's been able to go away with COVID and things like that. So, especially a lot of the younger boys who hadn't been overseas, like they're pretty eager to get over. And as an experienced campaigner, 29 now, mate, I can show some experience in that regard. And we actually had a really good crew over there. So it was good. I think Essendon broke the record this year, though. I think they had 35 or 40 on the trip.
They did.
They were very eager.
We just had Daiso on. He said he had 30. This is 36. They had big numbers.
Close to a record.
That's great. I guarantee you right now, they will dominate next year. That's the stuff that brings groups together.
It is. It is funny that, there's theories on, the harder you train and, the luckier you get. And I do believe that. But I think the camaraderie and the memories and the stories, being around footy clubs, that's the stuff that is the glue in the locker room that brings everyone close together. And it's not necessarily about going out and, drinking too much. It's just about being around each other in an overseas, new environment. Obviously, every now and then you'll probably have a few beers.
Yeah, there's a few beers going on, but blokes relax. There's always that one bloke, and this is at any sporting club. Everyone out there would understand. There's one bloke that hasn't spoke all year.
I can give you exactly who that was.
And then all of a sudden you go, have a go. This bloke, he's on fire.
Oh, unreal that you say that. So Lockie Bramble, so he was recruited from Box Hill. He was at Williamstown before that, Box Hill on the Hawthorn list. Just a quiet, unassuming guy. Just talented footy player, pretty quiet, keeps to himself in locker number 16 down the corner. Footy trip, absolutely turned it on. Best on trip.
Yeah.
Incredible. Just didn't see
Bramble
it coming.
Bog.
Yeah, best on.
And that's what I mean. Everyone comes back now and he'll probably be still the same guy. Like around the boys, he'll get around them. But all the coaches will now go, oh, we want a bit of that. We've heard about it. We haven't seen it.
We want a bit more personality.
Yeah.
So it's good to see those sort of personalities come out when the stresses of footy and week to week aren't about, and everyone can just sort of chill out and be themselves, like you said.
So good, mate. It's so good. Oh, it looked great. I'm just still thinking of Mykonos. I remember just you boys just carrying on there.
Yeah, that's good. We had a good little villa set up. What was your best footy trip you ever went on? Did you ever end of season trip.
They're all good. I mean, being an American sports fan, I love America so much. Like, I just love it. I can't get into the soccer, but you're right about the experience of the crowd. Like, I remember going, me and my mate Risky went to a game and I was that hungover, we went and watched Arsenal and I just the crowd picked me up. The atmosphere was incredible. Yeah. Everyone's carrying on. There wasn't much goals, but just walking to the ground and walking away, we were kind of like energized. Like, that was like the energy, just the buzz in the stadium.
From minute 1 to minute 90, they chant the whole game.
I don't know what they're singing, man.
Hey, I don't know either, but you just sort of chant along with them.
You're having a go at it.
But the part I love is that, say, we went to a Man United game, Man United versus Arsenal at Old Trafford, and there's this small portion of fans which they allocate to the away team. So Arsenal had this small section and they get escorted in with security and they're surrounded by security. And they're like so loud. Like it must only be 1,000 of them, but they echo through the stadium as well. Like they go mental.
Yeah.
So it's, I think the Collingwood fans will probably be the closest thing to that in the AFL, but over there in the EPL, it's incredible.
Mate, the Pies fans, we're going to get to the Pies stuff, but just on that, how excited are you for that massive crowd? Not that Hawthorn aren't. I mean, they've got a big following, but Collingwood, after the year they've just had, they're going to be roaring next year. How excited are you just to get in the guts amongst all the guns they've got and just get to work?
Oh, it's pretty surreal. Pretty bloody excited. It's, I can't say I ever thought I was going to play for the Pies, but I feel like, where would you rather be right now? Like on a club that's on the rise, and I just feel like very fortunate to be there. And as you said, every week's almost a packed house at the MCG. I feel like every game I've ever played against Collingwood, whether it be for Sydney or Hawthorn, it's almost one that pencil in the schedule because it's going to be a big crowd, and who doesn't love playing a big game in front of a big crowd? So I guess all the Collingwood fans that used to hate me are going to be getting around me now, so I'm looking forward to it.
Mate, I was just saying this the other day. A lot of people used to hate Collingwood. I don't know what it is, but I mean, I was an Essendon man growing up, but I love them. I don't think there's any hate anymore. I just think the way that McRae's got the team going and the players they've got, they're such a lovable team. The way they play the game, it's quick, it's exciting. They're like, I reckon if there's a lot of people out that watch footy, they'd enjoy watching the Pies. Even if they went for another team of the Dogs, the Hawks, the Dons, whatever, the Pies are becoming a bit of a fan favourite to watch because they're so exciting and they've got so many young guns. So, mate, you couldn't have picked a better team to go to, I reckon.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. Like, the admiration last year when, the possibility of going to Collingwood, didn't even think it was possible, but the admiration you have for a team that can just claw their way back into games and, get themselves out of holes and stay in games. Like they're the sort of teams I guess you want to play for, and also the teams you want to support. So I guess that's where that lovable nature comes in. And I think, knowing Fly, he was at Hawthorn.
Oh, was he at Hawthorn?
Yeah, he had a year at
that's handy.
At the Hawks as the forwards coach. And I don't know, just his values and, the way he sets the example for the playing group and everyone at the club. I think he's, he set the tone for everyone else to follow. Yeah, he's just like a good person.
Yeah.
And I think, you even listen to him speak post games and, always giving credit to other people and the opposition and,
he's class.
Just his approach. Yeah, it's very classy.
Yeah, he's class and he's natural, he's organic, he's real. He's like what you see. Hard to say when you're on the outside, but I feel like what you see in the media is what you get.
100%.
And it's
we can't, I think people are smart enough to know these days what's authentic and what's not. And I think people can say with him it's really genuine.
Yeah.
And I think that's why people gravitate.
Yeah, I love his work. He's great. We'll get to we'll get to the Pies stuff at the end because I want to hear about how it all went down. Back to the travel. So once you come back for Granny Week, cleaned up, did all your cashies.
That wasn't me. I'll tell you who did though. Paddy Cripps, far out.
Oh, Cripper would have cleaned up. We'll get
into that as well after, but I've never seen someone get swarmed more in my life than that week, grand final week.
Just people everywhere.
And he took the cashies to the cleaners, don't worry.
I saw he's promoting one in Perth at the moment, the big fella.
His head's everywhere. He can't get it out of the news. So.
You got to cash in. You got to cash in. And what a deserving winner. I called it. Right here on this seat. I said Patrick Cripps Brownlow. I said it all year. I said the Blues would make finals. So they were one off. The Pies actually done them by a point at the end of the year. But I've called it. And I thought
you should get a cashy for that.
I told Cripper, he knows as well. But he was primed for a big year. I don't know why people were so surprised. They were on the up. He was injured last year, and he was a machine. And I reckon, talk about back-to-back. He's every chance because I reckon he was a bit banged up in the middle and
He played ruck for a month there as well.
yeah, he had a bit of a
Kidman
rough
was out.
month. Imagine he has a big 15 weeks. No one can win it.
Yeah, he's a pretty freakish athlete when you think about it. Like at his size to play midfield and can mark, win the ball, clear it. Like he does a bit of everything. But it's just I was that happy for him when he won. I think you can see the footage. I'm in the background carrying on like a pork chop as if I'd won it. But we were rap for him, and you know what sort of character he is, and he's such a great guy.
Well, that's the main thing. Who cares how good he is at footy? He's a fucking ripping bloke.
Yeah,
and that's why everyone's stoked for him, and he knows that. He's such a good lad. Like it's just you get so happy seeing people get rewarded, and
I think one big thing I've learned from him as well is, He was definitely, I remember catching up with him prior to the season with our ball magnet stuff, and he was super, super fit, but his mindset and resilience to come off 2, years where, probably by his standard, he wasn't where he wanted to be and the media were bashing him, and having the ability to sort of like put that to the side and focus on what he needed to do in his process and have the year he did, it's pretty incredible. And he sort of has a laugh about how the media would just jump on and jump off that quick. And he's like, oh, these blokes were potting me a year ago. Now they're telling me I'm the best thing in the world. He's like, he just, it's one thing I've learned from him is, the media or whoever it is, people are going to jump off and off, but I guess the opinions of those around you and your opinion of yourself is all that matters in the end, because that's just it's out of your control, really.
There's real ones, and then there's ones that are on and off. And and I'll always say the media, hey, we love them. We love them. Without media, we don't get what we need. But there's some blokes out there and ladies in the media landscape. They're cats, mate. They write something good, then they write something negative the next week. It's like, hey, if this is a relationship, you've just burnt it, and people don't forget. That's why I always say,
the players definitely don't. Well, but I guess people may in the public week to week. But I know what you mean.
But I couldn't do it. I couldn't sit there and pot a bloke that I'm trying to get some juice out of the next week. I mean, for sure. You want to build relationships, but that's what's
the
funny.
Ones you end up putting your trust in, and you give the time to.
But imagine you sat there and just started naming and shaming. So you got the articles. They're like the dates. It's like, here I am being told I'm the next superstar, and then the next ones I now suck, and then the next one I'm a Brownlow medalist, and then you got the name. And I mean, I'd love to do that one day, but then
it should be a media outlet that actually does that. I think that'd get really good traction if you could collate and put things that are polar opposites together and sort of call it out. There's plenty of examples out there.
It'd be very funny. Now, before we get to the States, talk to me about what jumper and hoodie I'm wearing, because, mate, this is don't worry about ball magnets, but in a minute, this hoodie's very comfy. And in Melbourne right now, I'm pretty cold. It's nearly spring carnival here, and we're still cold, mate. Who's made this? Because it's generally really comfy. I'm going to ask you off air about this.
The quality is elite. We'll show the back of the hoodie as well, because I guess that's probably what we'll chat about a bit today as well. But the Push Pull Boys, they're pretty well known around the traps these days. They're killing it. Shout out to Ed and Vinny, the lads. But so the Push Pull Boys have put together our new merch and for our new launch, which ball magnets going into basketball, and obviously Josh Giddey, the face of the basketball component for ball magnets. So
keep talking. I'm just going to try to get me back on camera for everyone watching YouTube. So tell us what's on the back here. So
it's
you see this, Braden?
You look good in that, mate. You fill out the XL pretty well too. The vision for ball magnets was to, get the best. Try and find the best Australian athletes in every sport. And this is our first branch off, and we're better to start than Josh Giddey, the number 6 draft pick from a few years ago and up-and-coming point guard in the NBA. He's going to be the face of Australian basketball for the next 15 years. So, Josh has bought into the company and ball magnets. He loves the vision, loves what we're about. So, Paddy Cripps and I were actually in OKC this off-season, which was, I wonder if I can get that as a tax write-off, don't I?
I think you can. No, I think you can. You can. There's grants out there that you can say, well, you did it.
Anyway, we were in OKC.
Get Giddey to pay for it anyway.
Yeah, if we chuck it on the on the top of the Corvette as well. So we were in OKC with him for a few days doing our shoots. We've got to know him quite well the last year or so, because this has been something that's been a work in progress. But it's official, and Josh Giddey joins Ball Magnets.
Congrats, bro. This is big. And we were speaking about this last time, but we couldn't. I remember you're like, I can't reveal, but it's a big name basketballer. You kind of put 2 and 2 together after he come down and you just gave him a tour of the Hawks. But, mate, congratulations, because you're doing great things. I remember your advice. So don't forget, think laterally. You've got some mentors in your space. Why can't this be other ball magnets? Why can't this be other sports? That's what you've done. Everyone says something. doing it, implementing it, another story. So great work. Well done.
Thank you.
Fucking massive for the platform as well, because you're going to bring in new crowds, new audience.
Yeah. Well,
and
it's
hopefully
global
Americans
now
as
too, you know?
Yeah.
So into America and other parts of the world. Like NBA is a global game, so it's pretty exciting.
Have you shot all the content with Josh, and is that on the app already?
You can see that on the app now. So plenty of good stuff on there.
That's massive.
If you need to work on your pick and roll or your 3-point shot.
Oh, man, mate, the pickup game, I was playing a bit of ball in Sydney there when I finished up. I haven't played in a while, but if I do, straight back on there to work out how to shoot it again. That's good. And have you seen, you get the insights gone through the roof?
Yeah, 100%. Like you're learning from, the best players in the game, and not only Josh, but we'll have other players from the NBA as he sort of travels around the country that will be on Ball Magnets as well. So again, similar to last time, can't release too many names, but some of the biggest names in the NBA will be on Ball Magnets doing some stuff with Josh, talking about how they're preparing, how they're training, tips of the trade, just the lifestyle of the NBA as well. It was pretty cool to see like firsthand how it all works over there. It's a bit different to AFL, the culture and things, but pretty awesome. And I guess the next step for Ball Magnets is, okay, what's the next sport? We're speaking to some other big names in tennis and cricket, and hopefully it's a platform where all Australians can go and people around the world eventually go and you pick your sport and you learn from the best athletes in that sport. So that's the vision for it, and that's the direction it's heading.
And talk about leadership. You've got Lachie Neale, you got yourself, and then Cripper and Aaron Phillips. 4 of the best at what they do. You've all won the medals at your respective sports.
Erin's won a WNBA championship as well.
Oh, so
she's done it all.
She's done it all.
So she features in basketball on the app too.
Oh, she does. Oh, so she's the hybrid.
Female. Yeah, it's a hybrid. Yeah,
she's a superstar.
She's a freak. Yeah.
And then you got Cripper who just finishes it off, and then you got Josh Giddey now.
Yeah,
mate, this is great. This is
cool. And the best part about it is it's free as well.
Yeah, and numbers, like when I say numbers, I think you said there's about 15,000 on the app. Is that?
Yeah,
that
we're up over 25,000 now.
Bang.
Yeah, 25,000 users on the app, and it's growing every week, every day. We're getting a couple of hundred. So yeah, it's exciting. The possibilities, hopefully we can create something that we can look back on and be really proud of, that we're helping the next generation of sporting stars, but also people, just sport lovers.
Yeah.
Give them the insight, because, people do find it fascinating. I know I did when I was younger.
100%, mate. 100%. And you're only just getting started. This thing's, as you said, you guys are all at your top of your game. Josh is going to be, he's got, as I said, 15 years.
Yeah, I don't think people realise how good he's going to be. He's going to be, he's only 20 at the moment, and, he'll be a max player. So he'll be earning ridiculous money. Not that it's about that, but he'll be, all-star caliber player. Like, he's going to be, I think by the end of his career, the best Australian basketballer to have played.
Put it this way, man. I always think you go into a business meeting and you need to sign a player, sign a businessman, you just bring Josh.
Mate, you sort this one out.
Yeah, mate, can you just go and sit there? Well, because he's invested as well, like financially and just everything. He's put all his time and effort into it as well.
I think, the biggest thing for us was to have someone of his caliber and his management team, and obviously he's got Octagon over in the States and his team in Australia, for them to believe in the vision of Ball Magnets and for them to be excited enough to be like, no, we really want to be a part of this. That gives us a lot of confidence that we're on the right track. And yeah, I wonder if we can also do a rehab section on how to do a calf and how to fix a calf, because I reckon you'd be, that'd be your cup of tea.
If you need someone just to just rub the calf through, I've got Marshall Stockton there from Fremantle. He's the best physio in the world, mate. If I had him at Giants, I'd be still playing. Oh mate, I'll go for a run now. The baby calf's still too small.
No good?
Oh, I haven't done calf raises in a while. I just get the 5K, just bang it out.
Yeah.
How's your training going? You guys at full flight? I was just watching a few of the Dogs boys at the back here where we're parked, just running up and down doing 200s. I thought I couldn't think of anything worse now that I've checked out. But you've obviously got a session to do after this.
I'm straight in after this.
What you're ramping it right up now?
Oh, I think as you get a little bit older, your build up starts a little bit later. When you're younger and you can bounce back and recover quite well. Like I saw the boys flying around as well. Well, you do have to do that work, but probably after Christmas. So prior to Christmas, it's a slow build up and just getting your body conditioned and
when are you back? You're back late, hasn't he?
Officially, I think it's December 5 for...
Officially, you go in early, will you?
Well, I think November 28. They come back in echelons, so the young guys, old guys. I'll come back early.
Yeah.
With the young guys who are, fortunate enough to know some of them, so that'll make the transition a bit easier. But
I did that at the Giants, and I didn't know, and no disrespect, but like, Had no idea who any of them were. Like, they all hadn't had a game, man. Like, you know what I mean? They're all
Were you strutting
good.
around? You would have been. thinking you were
I was
king.
nervous as anything. I'm coming off. I think I was on a 1-year contract. I was just being delisted. I wasn't coming in with a head wobble.
You
I
could
was
run though, couldn't you? 'Cause
Yeah.
That time of the year would have been your time to shine.
Well, I
winning
just
time trials.
because I got delisted late. I was training, but I wasn't fit as a fiddle. Like, it could have been game over. I stayed healthy.
fit, yeah.
Come in and just cleaned up the 2K, mind you, just with the
Yeah,
young boys.
no
But Adam
problems.
Tomlinson was good. But it doesn't matter about that. It was more about just the training and the load and more just getting to know the young boys. And I was really, that first 2 weeks was great because I got to build that relationship with the young guys. And then when all the older guys come in, I kind of knew 50% of them really well. And the ones I didn't know wasn't as uncomfortable, you know, like it's pretty awkward the first few weeks because you're like a kid at school. You're walking around and even the staff, you don't know their names. And it's hard to remember 50 names in the first couple of weeks while trying to impress on the track. But it's also very exciting. You get to meet more people and it's life-changing, really. You're going to meet so many cool people.
It's going to be awesome. I think even, speaking about the values of fly and, how the playing group, the vibe I get as well. Like, they're such a genuine, good bunch of blokes, and they're already sending out invites to I'll come train with us here and let's go do this, and it's just like makes you feel a part of it already, even though I've been at the club 1 minute. So I think that's a reflection of the club.
This is your third club, and this is special as well because your old man played
1 year at Collingwood.
1 year.
Yeah.
See, but you've done Sydney as well, and
kind of similar. I guess kind of similar journey, but a little bit different.
You've done Sydney, you've done Hawthorn, you've done the Pies. You'd know what it's like to move clubs. So it must be, when you hear that stuff, it's quite warm being invited to all that stuff. You'd be kind of used to it now, wouldn't you? Like, in terms of, what to expect.
Yeah.
You know what you do. What would you do differently? Like, if you were to say, I went from Sydney to Hawthorn, what are you going to do differently from say Hawthorn to Pies that you didn't do?
Yeah, I think, change is a good thing because I think it puts you in a uncomfortable spot, and that's what can help you grow. Like, even moving schools, it sounds a little bit petty, but like moving year 9 and then I moved to WA and like changing states, changing schools, and then, moving to Sydney, like I feel like I've been used to change anyway. And I guess as an older player now, I probably coming to Hawthorn, I would have been around 23, I think. So you're a little bit younger and you don't want to, I guess, get in the road. You just want to fall into line. But I think, as an older, experienced player now, like, I do feel some responsibility to definitely contribute, in the leadership space and help the young guys and have a more holistic approach for the club, because that's going to help the direction where we want to go. I can say we now. It feels good.
Yeah.
We, the Pies. So yeah, I think, obviously you want to learn, and that'll be my main thing, is learning how the club works and learning from the best players and the guys that set the example, but also when I feel like I can add some value, trying to contribute, because I think, hopefully I've got some things to add to the group.
Oh, man, you got plenty to add. You have 50 every time I watch you, and you got a lot of speed. So you need the guy to get it out to these speedsters, mate. I had Jackie Crisp on here. You just get the ball to Crispy, and away he goes. He's that quick. There's that much talent.
Yeah, there is. So
who's the one person you're really excited? I mean, not one, but is there one that you just go, I can't wait to play with him because playing against them and they're really dangerous? Or
the obvious one would be Pendles.
Yeah.
I feel like that's an obvious answer though, just for how good he's been over a long period of time. I'll give another one. Just trying to think. There's so many.
I mean, yeah, there is. You got Dacos. I mean, the young Nick Dacos is going to be a star. You got little Jackie Ginnivan there. Your mates with him.
Yeah, Guinea, I know Guinea.
He'd be good to just play with.
Yeah, he'd be fun.
Yeah,
fun to play with.
Put it on his titty and say, just carry on, son.
Yeah, carry on. You do the rest. I'll just put it in your area. So
back to America. What did you do with Josh Giddey and Crippo? Was it just, where's Neely? Lockie Neal's got the bub at home. He can't make it.
Yeah, Lockie. Well, we did some good stuff around grand final week. So we had the three of us together, and the three of us have done the podcast with Shaq and Seth Curry. So we've had a pretty good run, the lads. But
just on that, hang on, before you go, Shaq, mate, he's a monster. Were you nervous?
So nervous.
He's so quiet. He's when you sort of see softly, doesn't he? Like,
but he's so genuine, and like, when you meet like fans, like kids, and you can tell they're nervous, and you just try and make them feel comfortable and get around them. He did that with us because we were like, far out, Shaq.
Oh, mate, it's the things I've seen him do in the community when he walks around, just buys, people that are struggling big things.
Yeah, his theory is, he told us that if people are nice and friendly, he's like, well, I'll have to return that. Like, it's I don't see myself as above anyone else. So I think he was great, and he's got good banter as well. Like, he can have a laugh, and like, he was getting stuck into us because you're like, how have you guys not won championships? Like, you you run this business and you think you're all that, but you haven't won a championship. Yeah, well, no, you got a fair point.
That is good. That's good, man. As you said, none of you have won a flag. Yeah, it's
Well, me and Cribber didn't make finals last year either, but it was just more tongue-in-cheek sort of stuff.
good. It's good by the big
He's
Shaq.
just going like, I got 4 of them.
I know. I saw who was it the other day? Draymond and that they were going head. I think D Book was at the foul line and they were all mouthing off and they just put the 4
I
out
saw
and you
that.
can't really. I think
What can you do to that?
the Suns boys they got the chocolates, but you can't say anything.
Yeah, Devin Booker post-game said, well, they've got 4 and they do. Like,
Yeah, he's like I respect them.
yeah, he's like, hats off.
Yeah, big Shaq, mate. He's killing it.
So America was that?
So that podcast was great. So America, what did you do? Give us a fucking insight because I'll tell you what I saw. And I saw cars, I saw courtside, I saw you, Cripper, Giddy, restaurants, training hard. You were in every facility that American sport. Give us an insight. What was the coolest things you did?
Well, similar to yourself, like a huge American sports fan, and I guess each year, that we've been able to travel, try and get to America, not only to get away and have a break, but also because I just love the whole sporting aspect and how they do things. And like you would have seen, like the money over there and how they do it's just different to here. And it's insane. Like I think the Texas Longhorns was the best facility I've seen ever. So Isaac Pearson, who's the punter, he was
He's a good man, Isaac, isn't he?
He was at the Swans in the academy up there. So reached out to him and went through the full facility, like in the ice bath and the spa. They've got about 6 plasmas. They're watching all the games at the same time. They've got sleep pods. They've got their own, cryotherapy. Oh, it's just like the gym's off the charts. Like there's just so much.
Are we behind
resource.
still by a lot?
I think in terms of like strength and conditioning, like our coaching and philosophies are on par, if not better, in terms of like facility and things like that and equipment. Like they've definitely got us covered. But so you look in the crowd, there's these 10 boxes on the second level, and we went to the Longhorns game and somehow found our way onto the field after the game, and it was pretty cool. But actually, I want you to have a guess. How much do you reckon? So there's 16 games in a season, so 8 home games.
Yep.
There's 10 of these boxes, like prime location.
Oh, corporate boxes.
Corporate. How much for a season pass for one box?
Oh man, if there's only, I'd say $1 million.
12 mil.
Fuck.
12 mil per box. So there's 120 mil just for those 10 boxes. Don't worry about the other 100,000 seats straight into the uni, straight to the footy program.
12 mil a box.
Yeah.
How many they sit in there?
There's about 10 there.
That is unbelievable.
So, yeah.
The cash is coming in.
Yeah, they're not short. I don't know how. Yeah.
They put on a show, man.
Oh, they do. It's more of a, it's probably, you would be big on this as well, but more entertainment as well than, like you see the halftime show of the Super Bowl and how they do all that. Like it's a double-edged sword. Like you get the football and then you get the entertainment.
They include everyone, like you have the band and they're at full flight. So if you go to school and you don't play sport, you're still amongst it heavily.
Yeah.
And then you got all the cheerleaders. You've got all the people that set up.
People.
Yeah, so all the project managers and event managers. They'll walk in. That's a great experience for them.
Yeah.
You got the footballers.
Yeah.
And then you got like just the students that just send it.
They send it.
And
they're like the EPL fans.
Yeah. Oh mate, did you tailgate? Did you get a few?
Yeah, we did the tailgate. We did that at USC. Benny Griffiths. So. That was cool.
So Benny's not playing anymore, is he? I was chatting to him. He's finished up.
He's finished, but we
Is he going to get a gig?
I think that's the plan.
So he's still just punting on the side, Max Duffy style. He's doing the same
I think
thing.
once you go pro, as soon as you sign that, whether it's a short-term contract, you're probably getting around $700K just to get your foot in the door, which is pretty incredible, life-changing money. So
I hope he makes it.
Yeah, I do too. Lou Headley at Miami as well is trying to go pro, but I think that's the thing the Aussies have the advantage on growing up kicking. So
mate, they're killing it. We're killing it.
Dicko, Sipos.
Yeah, our man from San Fran. We got there's a few, but they all dominate. And I reckon they still have a bit of work to do. I reckon if they kick more bananas, the American, the punt returners, they don't know what, because it spins all over the joint, especially when you got just a short field. If you can kick a banana, all you need is one little fumble because they just hit them straight away. Yeah. I don't see enough bananas. That'd be my one advice to the NFL teams, if the punters can do it, because the ball's not that easy to kick.
I will say one thing, just observing, you know better than this than me, but pure athletic wise, they're so much faster than
Oh,
the
mate.
fastest. Like it's off the charts. Like they're
They're Olympic athletes.
Yeah, they're freaks. But like in terms of ball skill and catching and stuff, they're actually really unco.
I mean, I was saying this
They
the other
can't
day.
catch.
They can't, when a ball fumbles, they can't
Mate.
jump on it. They miss the ball.
Just like we would just scoop that up one hand,
Yeah.
pick up. What do you want to do?
I said this to me old man
And
the other day.
they jump at the ball, it goes that way. The next guy jumps, they miss it. Then they're throwing catch. They can't catch.
I
I'm
watched the
these
running-
guys-
I
They're not
watched the-
spending enough time on their ball stuff.
Mate, they need to get it
They
down
need
on
to
the
get on
ground
ball.
balls.
They need to get on ball magnets.
They need to get on ball magnets and watch you boys do bloody ground balls.
balls.
They need
Maybe we should go over there and start rolling them in.
I honestly reckon the offensive line and the running backs, especially when that quarterback gets sacked and the ball bobbles, I watch them and it's like the gold. What's that thing on Harry Potter?
God snitch.
The golden snitch, mate. It just like jumps around. It's like they don't know how to jump. It's not that hard to just jump on the ball, is it, and recover it? I see it all the time. It's like body, and they go hard. That's one thing, mate. They go hard. They lead in with their head. The ball bobbles up again. It rolls over. I'm going, can someone fucking grab the
Even
ball?
when the ball's like locked in, the 10th man's still diving into
Oh
the pack.
yeah,
It's
one thing they've got is great ball security. Like you should see, like they even when the wide receiver gets it, you just see these big linebackers just trying to whack the ball out, and it'd be that easy to fumble because they're monsters,
they
mate.
do have the gloves. I wonder if the gloves help. But
The gloves do help.
one thing I did notice around the college football and the NFL games that we went to is bloody hell, they do hit hard.
Oh yeah,
And they come from all angles and they dive at the knees and at
Legs.
the head. It's dangerous.
yeah.
It's you can see why the concussion stuff such a topical thing. And I know they got the pads, but I was watching like sort of cringing a few times like bloody hell, they hit hard.
And being on the sidelines, even watching AFL, mate,
yeah.
everyone hits so hard.
Yeah, but no, it's true. I actually like when I watch training and like have a few of those moments like, oh,
Yeah.
but when you're in it, like you don't think about it. You're in doing it.
and that's why I wonder-
don't hesitate. But when I'm watching, I'm like, far out, these guys like
Yeah, no, even watching like local footy, I went, gee, well, that's a big hit, but it's probably not.
You hear the big
Yeah,
the slaps. Yeah.
Yeah. And at NFL with the helmets, like seeing a few boys, when they get, the thing is, when they get knocked out, they get knocked the fuck
Yeah.
out. Like they're out cold. And
The
it's very
receivers, when they're
scary.
running like I don't know what you call it, but like a forward 45 pattern.
Slant, yeah.
You're basically going back with a flight with a flat ball and you got to.
The safety's coming up at you.
So dangerous.
Yeah. No, it's why they get paid the big bucks as well, because I don't think if you go over the stats, like it's not a long career.
Would you rather be on defense, like health wise, because you can actually sort of see everything? I know you probably get hung out to dry one on one.
Defense would be hard.
You know, in terms of like collision, because you can see the ball, you can see your guy,
Yeah.
you've got vision. Whereas if
safety
you're-
would be probably Bruce free, wouldn't it?
yeah,
You could see the play, and you just got to
you
not.
just line of blokes.
You just need to be quick.
Byron Pickett, just
Yeah, you need to be quick, and the linebackers are built differently though. Like they've got to make so many plays, and they're really intelligent. You know,
yeah.
they've got to read the quarterback, read the running back, and then also set defense up, watch all the schemes. It's
It's a game of chess.
Yeah.
Like I know you said about how you weren't a huge fan of the EPL. I'm probably like, I'm not a huge NFL watcher or lover, only because like, you know, it's very stop start, isn't it? Like I guess every game's different for everyone, but it's more, I've learned that it's more of a game of chess than anything.
Yeah,
like
big
they do
time.
their play and then there's like a big break. They're mapping it. It's a game of chess. It's
And
like more mind than, I know that athletics is a huge part, but it's massive concentration and mental.
Well, that experience, and you can see it. Like even the other day, I watched like Aaron Rodgers. He called a play. This is against the Bills, and then he tapped his helmet, and that means like bin that play, go to the second play, and that's because he read that the linebacker's going to drop back, so they just ran the ball, and the commentators are so good because they're all past quarterbacks, and they go, he saw that guy, he knew he was going back, which is chess. He goes, I can see what they're going to do. I've watched vision. Change that play. Don't throw it to that spot. We'll run it there now. And what did he do? They run it there, and they're going. That's what experience gets you. So when the commentators help break that down for blokes like, you know, ourselves watching
that's
it,
great.
it goes, fuck, that's so cool. And then you can see why they're getting paid so much money.
Sure.
Because they're like on-field coaches.
Yeah.
Oh mate, I'm pumped for ball magnets, mind you. This is massive for Australia as well. You know, you boys are hustling. You're full-time athletes, but you're also full-time hustling. I know. It's not a part-time gig. This does not stop. You'd struggle to sleep with all this exciting news, wouldn't you? It's pretty exciting.
I'm in a great place. I feel very fortunate, very grateful for everything that's happening right now. And I guess, you know, a part of you wants to give back. Like you know, creating something that, you know, the vision originally was, I want to create something that, you know, Cripper, Lockie and I and Aaron, what would we have wanted as kids? And this is it. And you speak about the Aaron Rodgers example with, you know, the insight and the detail. And it's like, okay, well, you know, there's Oz kick and that's great and learning how to kick, whatever. But it's like the finer detail of, okay, what's the little 1%, 2%, 3% things that the athletes are thinking about in game, because I think it's, I'm still learning as well from other sports. There's so many things out there which I think you can apply to sport, but anything to get the best out of yourself in whatever you do.
No, it's well said. Now, back to the hoodies.
Yeah.
We need to work out how do people buy these hoodies? When are they online?
Yeah.
What's the date that they're online? Look, everyone out there knows that when I shoot these podcasts, they generally take a couple of weeks to come out. So what's the date that these will be released? This podcast will be released just after they're live?
Yep. So they'll be where you can buy them is on the Ball Magnets website or on the app. So they've actually sold pretty quickly, the Josh Giddey hoodie. So I guess the push-pull model is, to get more rarity, like they only,
Exclusive drop?
exclusive drop a few at a time. So
Get in early or you miss out.
pretty much. That's it. So, the Josh Giddey Ball Magnets hoodie, it's going to be a special one. This launch is only happening once. So, that's where you can buy it. But, there'll be tees and other things you can get with Josh Giddey as well. So,
That's epic.
yeah,
Oh, it's exciting times, mate.
you've got yours, so you're sorted.
I'm sweet. I'm laughing. And I tell you what, black, great colour because I love black.
Yeah, black goes in anything.
Can't go wrong.
What do you think about the
I love it.
the new logo?
It's new. I just thought it was
we're
a design.
just, just for the launch, for the basketball launch.
That's the old one.
Yeah, that's just a bit of imprint on the
Mate, I like
on
it.
the footy.
It's probably, it adds that more street element.
Yeah, correct.
Do you know
Like
what I mean?
I would say, like we've got our training gear which you can buy, but this is more streetwear, and the guys actually love it. Like we'll go wear it at a cafe, and
Well, that's what I always say. You want to, not that you wouldn't wear your that's, when you're training,
Yeah.
you would never wear your training stuff to a cafe
No.
if you're meeting someone or whatever.
Yeah.
But this you can wear anyway. And that's what I love. Lounge or, street or to the gym or
Yeah.
whatever. So, man, I think it looks great. And I need to look at the back again. Can you give me another look at the
Might
back?
turn it
Yeah,
a
you
little
turn
bit
around
spin.
maybe. There's a camera over there. You spin and show. I need to have a look at the back again. I need to break
I
it
don't know
down.
if I had you can
Oh, so you got the Ball Magnets X Josh. So it's got the collab on the back. Yeah, that's
collab on the back. So.
that's elite. Yeah. No, you've done perfect. It's not over the top. Black, white, premium. And hey, black and white.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, there's a bit of synergy there.
Now, we can't finish off without asking you because, again, just to remind everyone, download Ball Magnets.
Yeah.
25,000 people. Josh Giddey's on there. He's creating content. He's already created it.
Yeah, it's all on there.
Everyone on there is one of
content
yeah.
every week.
Everyone on there is a superstar. It's all free.
It's a free app, so you can download the app for free on the App Store, and you can get your merch through the app as well. There's a shop section. There's all your drills. There's training programs. There's tips and insights. There's mental skills diet coming as well. There's everything you
great.
need to be the best athlete you want to be and learn
awesome,
from
man.
the best.
It's epic. It's epic. Nah, well done, mate. I love getting you. And we're going to get you back on again during the year because no doubt 50,000 by then.
Yeah.
We just keep getting you on. That's what we do. We're all friends here. Right. The Pies. Quick question.
Yeah.
Why did Tom Mitchell leave the Hawthorn Footy Club?
Well, I think I loved my time at Hawthorn. Like the last 6 years have been unbelievable, and Clarko getting me to the club at the end of 2016. I probably knew similar feeling. Like I knew my probably time up was up at Sydney. Like I wanted a fresh start, more opportunity, and that's pretty much similar sort of things happened. Like I guess Hawthorn, they're heading in a certain direction, and I guess they're planning more for the future. And I'm probably at that age now where I still feel like I've got some really good footy left ahead of me, and I want to go try and win a premiership with a team, and I wouldn't rather do it anywhere else other than Collingwood. So, I think, you're seeing a lot of experience leave the Hawks, O'Meara, Gunston, myself,
A lot.
Shields, McAvoy, even
It's
Kyle
quite
Hardy.
scary if you're a Hawks
it's probably
fan.
the eight oldest guys sort of left the footy
Well, it's like
club.
the whole leadership besides one, I think I saw.
Yeah, it's big change, and but I'm grateful for my time at the Hawks. Like had an absolute blast and managed to play my best footy there and got the best out of myself and grew as a player and person. So wouldn't change it, and just excited for this next opportunity. I probably had a sense maybe halfway through the year that maybe my time at Hawthorn could be up, and I want to start exploring other opportunities. When you're at times getting played out of position.
You start to realise it, don't you?
What's going on here? Like, this is a bit funny, but I'm so lucky, and I've got the next 3 years at Collingwood, and hopefully on the verge of something special as a club.
Mate, it's awesome. And I'm great. Yeah, you're right. Because even I noticed that you're playing a bit too long forward for my liking. Yeah, ball magnet you are, and it does get to you. Even at team train, you might be put on a, outside of the, not in the centre square bounce. You're going, what's going on here? And those little things accumulate during the year, don't they?
Yeah, I think when you've I guess got some runs on the board as a
Brownlows. You got a Brownlow. Let's not hide away. You got a Brownlow.
No. 2021. I've still had a really good season. And then I don't know. It's nothing. It's no hard feelings. It's the business of footy.
It's a business decision.
They feel that they want to go in a certain direction. It's
clearly obvious, and we're going to get Jags on hopefully soon as well. But yeah, I mean, it's exciting. It's a win-win for everyone. They're clearly rebuilding. I think I saw something in the media where Sammy Mitchell might have said, we're not here to just take part. We want to win one. So he's just going to clean out and just rebuild, and good on him. And I think, if that's the strategy, back your strategy in, and let's see how it goes. But it's exciting. The Pies, break it down. First day, when did the trade go through? The manager call you? How did where were you when it all happened?
I was in Miami, so...
Oh, Miami. Straight to the pool party, baby.
Yeah, well, it was a Tuesday, so there wasn't much happening. But
there's always something happening in Miami.
Yeah, true. How did it go down? Well, I probably knew before I went away to America that, okay, this is a real possibility. It wasn't a guarantee, but it was something that Collingwood were really keen on and something I was really keen on, and we're like, okay, if we can make this happen, let's try and make it happen. So my manager actually said, Tommy Petroro, he said it's a good thing that you're getting out to America, because in Melbourne there's going to be noise every day. You're going to hear a new rumor. It's just going to play on your mind a little bit. So it's actually good that you're away. He said, just leave it with me. It's all treading in a good direction. Probably didn't get nervous until the last day. I'm like, we're getting close here. Tommy, what's the go? Another Tommy, get him on American.
Yeah, guys, there's Tommies everywhere these days. Tommy Berry, Tommy Mitchell, Tommy Petroro. Who's next?
Tommy Sheridan. And it got to the last day. It actually there was 3 minutes to go. And so I'm sitting there, I'm going, we're getting tight here.
3 minutes, they do it so late.
Actually, I'm thinking, I don't want to go back to the Hawthorn and play at Box Hill.
You don't want to go back and play Box Hill, mate. I mean, nothing against Box Hill, but when you're a Brownlow medalist, you don't want to be doing that.
Nah, but I was in Miami with two of my good mates, and we're just refreshing. I'm going, it's not going to happen. And then 3 minutes ago, my mate showed me, and we all just all just jumped all over each other, going nuts. It was bloody. It was a good moment. I was like, wow, that's actually just happened. And then my phone's blowing up with just message.
It's like getting drafted, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the same.
Because it's a shock to a lot of people, and it's so much excitement, and it's special.
Yeah.
And you would have been, like you said, you go from almost not rock bottom, but you're stressing out, and anxiety would have been through the roof, and then bang.
It was like euphoria. It was genuine elation. I haven't felt like that for a long period of time, and I think that shows the genuine excitement. And I've got to be joining such a great club and great coaches and great group of players, because it was that feeling of when something really good happens in your life. It was one of those moments. I'm like, oh, this feels so good, and so pumped. So that was pretty special. And and then I got a call probably 2 minutes later, and the trade period was wrapped up. So I was like, it was done. The paperwork was done. I was like, relief. So
it's funny how they do them so late.
Yeah, it happens every year.
They should. I mean, it is what it is. They got to play hardball, don't they? I mean, the deal's going to get done, you'd think, but it's exciting. I'm pumped for you. I can't wait. Change is great.
You on board the train, are you?
I'm on board everyone. You know me. I love everyone. I literally love everyone, and I love
that for you. So when you do get Jags on, his trade actually went through after mine, so he would have had. I think he was in the last minute.
Well, he come out of nowhere.
And so if they don't get the paperwork done, it doesn't go. So he was,
I got mail on Jags. I'll hold it for his potty, but I got mail that he was going to Freo from it was a random source, but it was, I just didn't follow up. They go, mate, can you find out? I said, no, I'm not going to bother him. But they go, we're here in Freo. This is probably 2 weeks away. And I went, no way. And then I heard Giants. And I went, well, that's great leverage. That's Cogs. If Cogs can do him a solid and get some leverage, I mean, he's going to get Freo are going to go, fuck, we need to do something here. He's going to go to Giants now, I can't wait to talk to him about that one, because that was great. It's exciting for both of us. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. No, it's a fresh start. And I think, he's going to Freo, which is a contending team as well. So,
mate, it's you know better than anyone. You don't come onto Tommy Talks, the Ausmerican Aces, and go home empty-handed. Now, I searched far and wide for these. I got you The Morris Crystal Ricks Eyewear sunglasses. I looked
Wowee.
everywhere. We're actually out of stock in Melbourne. Obviously, the office is in Perth. I was up till midnight trying to find a pair. I found a pair, mate. I found a
Can
pair.
I chuck them on?
Chuck them on. Give them a quick clean.
You know what I used
maybe.
to have there? I don't know what I've done to them. I reckon I lost them at the races.
Oh,
one year.
everyone does.
But these were my favourite back in the day.
Oh, yeah, mate. The Morris Crystal Ricks Eyewear. For everyone out there, make sure you head online. Look sharp this summer. Use the discount code ACES at checkout if you want to look like Tommy Mitchell. Now, mate, you can leave them on. We love taking photos of you in the Rixies. Just before you go to the races, leave them on with the ball magnets jumper. Oh, look at that. You're looking $1 million.
Yeah.
Gee whiz, look at that. All our styles are polarised and handmade, high quality. Get online now at www.rixeyewear.com.au and check it out. Discount code ACES for 20% off and free express shipping. Now, Tommy boy, we always do the Ricks and retirement segment. We've done it with you already, but I just want you to tell me, what was the one place you went to this off-season and you needed the Rixies and you didn't have them on?
Yeah, I'll tell you exactly where it was. It was Lagos, Portugal. It was 35 degrees every day. Didn't have my Rixies on me, but next trip to Lagos, I'll need these.
You'll need a box of them, I reckon.
Yeah, I'll need a box.
All
so-
the pies, boys.
Yeah, give me a box and I'll sort it out for you. But that was a great holiday, like going to Spain and Portugal. You know, throughout September, it's still pretty warm, so a pair of Rixies is what you need.
What was it like? Give me a bit more insight with the food, the culture, the weather's always 35. You just can't go wrong.
Sort of like
you?
a little beach town, and a lot of travellers and backpackers and young people. It's just a good vibe. There's all these small streets with like little bars and restaurants, and then you go to the beach all day throughout the day, and then you go into the town at night. So it's a real good vibey place.
Oh, man. I need one of them at the moment. I need a trip. I need some sun. I need some Lagos. Well, mate, you look
Lagos
sharp. Everyone else needs to look sharp this summer. As I said, rixeyewear.com.au. Head online right now. Now, another sponsor that you wouldn't have heard of yet, but you will now. Our friends at Milwaukee Tools. Nothing but heavy duty. These guys, honestly, they do it all for us. They are the...
What have we got here?
Nothing but heavy duty. You don't just come on here and get the sunglasses, mate. You're going to get some Milwaukee Tools, little
good
prize
stuff.
pack. We've got the big chainsaw just sitting next to me here. You've got the starter pack there. There's everything in there. But, mate, don't even worry because half of it's just sitting in my car. There's a big box of tools coming your way.
Can't say I'm the best handyman going around, but this might be the time.
Are you a handyman?
Nah, shocking. This
I was
might be the
gonna
time
ask
to get the
you-
chainsaw out and cut a few leaves in the backyard for the dogs.
Toby Green, the wood chopper, whatever he called himself back in the day, he was pretty happy with it. What is the handiest moment of your career? The Milwaukee Tools handiest moment of Tom Mitchell's career. What do you reckon it would be?
In terms of like around the house or something.
Anything in life, just a handy moment where you've gone, geez, that was handy.
Well, I wouldn't know how to do it right now, but I had to change a tire on a freeway. I was by myself, and I was on the phone to a mate and also YouTube instructions, and it was pretty handy in the end. I didn't think I could do it. I thought this is way out of my repertoire. My only skill set is normally handballing and ground balls, but I added changing a tire in there, and that was a big moment for me. I was wrapped. I thought I was no chance.
So you've changed the tire.
I changed it. I couldn't. If you had to me to do it right now, I couldn't do it. But
That is heaven. There you go. The Milwaukee Tools handy moment. That's great, mate. Well, again, shout out to Milwaukee Tools. They've got so much good stuff. Like it's honestly, I mean, we're that grateful to have them on the pod, and this is only one of a few things. If I had all the prizes in here, mate, we wouldn't fit in here.
what about Giannis Antetokounmpo, Milwaukee Bucks? That could be a good little pod for you.
Well, I'd love to get him on. He's such a good fella. Like watching from the outside, I saw he just bought all his. He's got his own shoes, and he's come out and said he's literally grabbing people's shoes and taking them off at training and saying, "You put these on," and he's got like the full box for all the staff and all the players.
So good.
Like it's just a different beast over there, isn't
It's
it?
different. You can see with him how grateful he is just to be where he is, because like he's coming from nothing. It's probably giving him good perspective. But yeah, like you said, it's different over there. Like speaking of Giddy over there as well, like every game the boys go out and they'll spend X amount on their kit. It's, Shea Gilchrist Alexander, he spent 25 grand on his last kit with Gucci, and just to be the first player to wear that kit, and then he'll never wear it again. And I thought that was pretty funny. They wear a new pair of shoes every game. Like it's just different, isn't it? we're getting through in the same pair of ASICS testimonials.
Oh, mate, we just wear Ricks and ball magnets. We just wear whatever's going, don't we? No, we try to dress up every now and then, but they wear a new outfit to every game, and they've got so many games like basketball to play. I mean, if you think about it, there's 82 or whatever. I can't even remember how many games there is plus finals.
Yeah.
Times 25 grand. You know what I mean?
It adds up.
It's
we actually asked as well. We said, when they go out for if they've got like a team dinner or something, and the bill gets pretty hefty. Like if they drink nice wine and gets like 50 to 70 grand sort of bill. And I said, how does that work? Like he goes, someone will just pick it up. Just as if you're out for a dinner for $50 down at the pub. He's like, someone will just grab it.
They play credit card roulette. They wouldn't even care about it.
He did tell us a story on the flights. They love playing card games, and one of the guys lost, I think it was close to 100.
Yeah, Bogut was saying that. Yeah.
Just on a trip from, let's just say OKC. I'm not sure where, maybe LA, I don't know. 3-hour flight. It's a big loss in that
100K, yeah. Double or nothing would get you.
Oh,
jeez.
Yeah, there'd be some ego, so you'd probably want to. Some of them would probably have a crack at it too.
We used to play Uno and whatnot on a couple of hundred was probably the worst, but yeah, when you're talking 100 grand, they're different. It's interesting. It's gonna be good to see Josh grow and see how he evolves, even with his fashion. I've just noticed
it picks
pretty good.
Balenciaga gets a good run.
Yeah, he's really picked it up, and it's gonna in 3 years' time he'll be an icon. The more famous you get, it's for some reason you start looking a bit better. He's gonna have a personal stylist. It's great though. It's great for Australian basketball, and there's a lot of guys over there like Jock Lansdale. He's over there. He's doing well.
Paddy Mills obviously.
Benny Simmons is back in the game.
Yeah, Joe Ingles when he gets back from injury. There's some good. Josh Green as well. He's at Dallas. The next.
Jack White, I think I've missed
Dyson Daniels.
Daniels.
See his strip on LeBron.
Did see that.
Yeah,
he looks like
he's a defensive juggernaut. We met up with him in America as well, and he's a good mate of Josh's, and from Bendigo, he knows Jack Ginnivan as well. But he's going to be special talent as well. So
mate,
his first year already playing some really good minutes there. So
yeah, well, he went pick 8, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so there you go. Last 2 years, 2 Aussies in the top 10. It's pretty cool.
Nah, it's special, mate. Tell you what's special is you coming on here again and giving us some of your time. Can't thank you enough. We'll catch up now for a beer finally and find out what else happened on the trip. Yeah. But, mate, thanks for coming on. All the best with Ball Magnets. For everyone out there listening, make sure you head online, download the app if you haven't, and try and snag a hoodie. I don't reckon you'll get one. I reckon people will miss out. These are going to go like that.
We'll try and drop a few more, but yeah, they've gone like hotcakes.
Tell the push pull boys they need to just get on that press and just start.
They might have to start pressing a few more.
They need it. I know they're exclusive, but if these things go in a couple of minutes, we need to make a few more so I can buy a couple more. But mate, thanks for coming on again, brother,
Tommy.
and all the best at the Pies as well. I can't wait to see that. What number are you again?
I haven't been told yet.
You haven't been told.
I have to wear 40 for the. I have to do you.
Oh, that's a heavy number.
It's a heavy number, but Ash Johnson wears 40, so it won't be 40.
What number's available? You always know the couple of low numbers.
I know that 6 is available.
Oh, there you go. Send it to him.
I know, there's Sydney. At Sydney, I obviously wore 6. Daddy's here at Collingwood wore 6.
Oh, come on.
It could be a good fit. We'll wait and see. I'm not too.
Tyson Goldsack, is he a 6?
Brody Holland.
Holland, yeah. Oh, yeah, the big, mate, he's the
Dancing with the Stars.
He was the machine.
Yeah.
Built like a machine, that bloke. Yeah, good looking rooster. Yeah. Mate, thank you for coming on. All the best. Get the Rixies on. You'll be going to the Spring Carnival. Throw them on. What suit you wearing with them?
Bit of MJ Bale. Shout out to MJ Bale.
Oh, MJ, we love them. MJ Bale, mate. I used to wear the cream suit. Might pull it out this weekend. That'll do. Thanks for tuning in. We love all your support. Thanks for all the messages as well. We always, I appreciate it. Everyone's flicking them in. NFL's going. We've got the podcast humming. And the Aces Nutrition podcast, if it's not out by now, it will be very shortly. To be honest, I've been a busy man lately and I've got them all parked, but there's 6 or 5 episodes there banked, ready to go. And the first one, I think we talk about alcohol, which is quite scary bringing that out considering I've drank a lot of it lately. So thank you. Appreciate you, Tommy, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for listening to another episode of Tommy Talks, where you literally can't thank you enough for all your support. Speaking of support, our great mates, Milwaukee Tools. Without yous, we wouldn't be here. Milwaukee Outdoor Power Equipment gives you the power to clear, cut, and maintain the outdoors without the petrol headaches. No pull starts, no engine maintenance, no mixing petrol and oil. Book a test drive now at milwaukeetools.com.au. Milwaukee, nothing but heavy duty. All right, catch you on the next one.